Hey Alpha Troop, welcome back. Hey, look at this. We ran to the entrance hall, trying to escape the battle that was unfolding. Hey guys, I want to make sure that we recap briefly what happened. Keebo is awesome fighting robot now. He is fighting the Mono Cubs, and now we're in like a full mecha anime, Gundam, trying to think of another one, Zoids, war going on. So, my thoughts on that is Keebo, man. He's the hero we deserve. So, let's continue. Things have suddenly become really bad. And with that being said, this is the final chapter, and that means something is gonna go crazy. We're gonna find out why we're here. But as per usual, we're going to look at our report card and go over our friend or foes, but with a special twist. So, first, since we saw Tsumugi say her lines, we're gonna run through Tsumugi. And I have with me the Day 1 dossier, since I bought this game when it first came out on Day 1. So I'm going to read what it says about Tsumugi, like her let's say her basic background. Yes, just a little thing, the tidbit about, what she's like, I guess. So, starting with, Tsumugi is a very popular cosplayer who has received sponsorships from many different companies. If you ask Tsumugi, she'll tell you that she enjoys making her outfits more than wearing them. However, she can't stand seeing her outfits worn by attention-seeking cosplayers instead of true fans like her. So she often ends up wearing them anyway. Tsumugi has a reserved, studious demeanor and a soft, kind personality. But whenever the subject of cosplay or fandom comes up, she becomes very passionate and outspoken. She has a tendency to completely ignore those around her when she's especially deep in thought. She also has a habit of referencing anime, video games, and manga over the course of a normal conversation. Okay. And we're in the end now, the end game. Tsumugi has stood true to that, and I like to think that she's still a friend, but I'm thinking someone's gonna betray me. I don't know, I got that feeling. So I'm gonna provide, in my mind, two reasons why I think Tsumugi might betray me. One, I guess she's tired of being plain. That could be one reason, right? It'd be kind of interesting too to see like what a non-plain Tsumugi is. Another reason I can think of is that, in a sad way, maybe she has no control over it. Because remember, we saw in the last episode Robo Junko, as I call it, with the whole Monokuma core in the background, like a head of Monokuma connected to many wires. And I don't know, I mean, maybe someone is the true mastermind against their will, and Tsumugi would be a good candidate for that, because, like, she seems like a good person to control, mind control, I don't know. But yeah, those are my two reasons. Either one, she is tired of being plain, or two, she's being controlled. Okay. And as we go on, when we see someone else's dialogue, we'll come back to this screen and go over them and read their little profile. So the robot uprising finally happened. It's what I always feared. But, alright, let's read Himiko's little background. Okay, so it's Himiko. I'll be honest with you straight off the jump. When I first saw Himiko back in like episode 1 when we met everyone, I didn't think she lasted this long. That's good, I guess. Let's read up on Himiko. Let's see. A skilled magician who claims her tricks are the result of real magic. Yeah, she hasn't changed on that. Himiko is the youngest recipient of the Magician of the Year award from the Magic Castle, an organization made up of stage magic enthusiasts from around the world. Okay, when you throw Magic Castle organization, who's to say that's not remnants of despair in disguise? Yeah, maybe? However, she claims this award was just a clever ruse to hide her actual magic powers from the rest of the world. Okay. She complains about the constant requests she receives from people who don't believe her magic is real, but still want to see her performances. I would complain too. You don't believe in my magic, but you still want to see me pull a rabbit out of my hat? Her performances include such classic magic tricks as correctly guessing pulled cards and releasing doves from her hat. Okay, pretty cool. So Himiko, she has grown. I would say she's grown the most out of all of us. From a lazy, I don't want to do it, this is a pain, to someone who's more enthusiastic about living, who doesn't get as lazy and really wants to make things happen, and help us. So, 2 reasons why I think Himiko could be someone who could betray me as I do this. 1, you know how her gimmick is like, I'm not a magician, I'm a mage? Let's up that up a notch, right? Let's turn it up. I kept telling ya I'm not a magician. I'm the ultimate mage, and as a mage, I'm a mastermind, and it's possible, okay? It would throw me for a crazy loop if like she's really a bad guy. Then number 2, second reason. A lot of this is gonna sound interesting. I might mirror what Tsumugi's thing was. Maybe she's being controlled by magic. Imagine this whole thing is just one big magic trick, an illusion, and she's the reason for this illusion happening. Yeah, I know that one seems pretty far-stretched or far-fetched. I said far-stretched. Anyway, far-fetched. But yeah, Himiko, and her magic could play a role. Let's put it this way. I think Himiko is the least likely to betray me at this point. Yep. Okay, let's continue. I never expected it'd be like this. But why did Monokuma leave a weapon like that in the research lab? Alright, let's read up on Maki real quick. Alright. As I can see the basic stuff. Maki. Where's Maki in this little booklet? Here she is. Short and sweet, I like it. Okay, here we go. Maki is a girl of few words. That hasn't changed. But she is sharp-tongued and doesn't beat around the bush. Yep, okay. She's not particularly caring or friendly. That has changed. She was friendly with Kaito. She's still friendly with Suichi. Yeah, Maki's becoming more open. She sees us all as friends. And though children are fond of her, she personally can't stand them. Well, we know why now she can't. We know that background, why she doesn't really stand children, so that she took care of them. We know her backstory. She's the ultimate assassin. They still haven't updated that, by the way. Maki did not seek out the role of child caregiver, but instead had the role thrusted upon her. Despite her cute appearance, Maki is a hostile misanthrope and rarely cooperates with her classmates. Yeah, chapter 2 Maki is a good example of that. But she changed. I like that. She shows character growth. Nevertheless, She is willing to take action when it suits her. She took action, alright. Shot Kokichi with a poison arrow. Okay. 2 reasons why Maki would betray me. You know, I can't really think of them. Like, that's fair to her. But one reason, and it's gonna mirror the other two, in a way, against her will. Maybe that flashback light that Monokuma hit us with, right? The one when this chapter kicked off. Maybe it realizes that her assassin organization is making her run this killing game? Possibility? I don't know. That's one that's a good one. So that's one reason. So Maki's doing this because it's against her will. Another reason? I'll throw one. Again, you know, what if I told you Maki wanted revenge? I know this is probably dead wrong. For Kaido's death, maybe she secretly holds resentment towards Shuichi for figuring this out, and then hence Kaido died. You know, I don't know. That one seems like a stretch, but I'm going with it. She wants revenge, and she becomes the mastermind rather than it being already established. She finds a way to betray us now, like a secret deal with Monokuma. There you go. I'm gonna stick with that. Okay. He's pretty careless, isn't he? I'm not scared. I'm not scared. Yeah, repeat things over and over again for emphasis. Hey, what should we do? Just as I said before, we need to find the truth in order to end this killing game. Okay, but what do we need to look for? You tell us, Shuichi. Obviously, we need to find the real identity of the mastermind behind the killing game. Yes, Maki, you tell us. The mastermind? Is there really a mastermind in this academy? If the outside world is destroyed, then the mastermind must be in this school, right? Kokichi wasn't the mastermind. Then, in that case... But I thought the only ones saved by the Gopher Project were us 16 students. Do you think it's possible someone may have infiltrated the Gopher Project? That someone could be the mastermind, hiding somewhere in this school. Someone? You mean a remnant of despair, right? Then someone else inside this academy, besides Kokichi, is a remnant of despair. If we can find them and kill them, then this killing game should end. It's a good solution in my book. Killing it. I don't know about killing them. You know what, Shuichi? Let's take a minute and look at you for a second. First of all, we still need to get you a new picture, man. You don't wear that hat anymore. But if he is the one to betray us, he's putting back on the hat. Yeah, I can see it now. Shuichi reveals it like a slow pull from his back pocket. By the way, guys, I'm the mastermind. It puts on the hat. That would be cool. Okay, so yes, why would he though? One reason would be the flashback like scenario, right? He remembers like, oh, by the way, guys, it was me. Similar, Monokuma hit us with it. And like I said, he said we'll remember soon enough. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say the person who's the mastermind doesn't know it until that moment. And it's kind of interesting. Shuichi, you know, I never trusted him back in like episode 1. All black. Also, we know, or at least I know, I'm a fan of Kyoko Kitagiri. She's the true ultimate detective. So Shuichi, I never accepted you as the ultimate detective. You can prove me wrong by the end of this chapter. Like, you can earn that title. But I don't know. I have my eye on you again. Okay, that's one reason, right? Really the mastermind, he got hit with the flashback light and now remembers. Two. I got one. I got a reason. What if Shuichi's not who he says he is? Now, hear me out. We have done this whole identity craziness in this game, right? Like, right, not really the ultimate child caregiver. We don't know what the heck Rantaro's ability is. I don't even know where he is. Right here, we don't know this, right? In a fourth wall kind of way. She wasn't really the main character, Kaede. So what's to say, right? He's really the ultimate detective. Again, it's in the similar vein of like, I don't know. I'm starting to question that. Kyoko forever. Kitagiri, yes. But think about it. We're fooled once in the beginning of chapter 1, thinking we were playing with the protagonist, where it was then switched over to Shuichi. Remember that? Kaede, you're still the GOAT. Anyway, what if the game says, by the way, you thought you were playing with the hero, but in actuality, you're playing with the villain. In actuality, everything you've done up to this point is really to help the bad guy win. And now, you get to fulfill that wish by quote-unquote solving the mystery. In actuality, what you're really doing is digging everyone else's grave who's still alive. Now that would be one hell of a twist. So, one reason the flashback light, but it's similar. It's just like the same answer I'm giving for these two reasons, but the second reason is more of like an expansion on that. So the first one is like, okay, he remembered he's the mastermind. However, the game said, oh yeah, by the way, Shuichi really isn't the protagonist, he's actually the villain. And I'll throw in an extra tidbit, one more thing. What if, right, Shuichi is like a twisted detective? I know, right, this is crazy. But he creates crimes for himself to solve. Think about that for a minute. So this whole killing game, if I can give him a motive, is one big mystery he wants to solve for himself. And he flashback like himself on purpose so he won't remember he was the one who set this whole thing up. I'm just saying. Crazy, right? But also I'll throw in one more. Maybe he wants to avenge Kaede. He hasn't gotten over that. I don't know. But there is the possibility that the mastermind is hiding somewhere in this academy. Well, what's the best place to hide, right? In plain sight. One of us is right here. I'm thinking that. Like, why look all around the school, right? It's one of us. I'm sure of it. This complex is huge. There must be places we haven't explored yet. Of course, there's a secret room. Yeah. It seems like it's worth a shot. Oh, I didn't read the Shuichi thing. Hold up. Let me get back to that. I can leave it here. That's fine. Shuichi. Where he's at. Alright, Shuichi. A young apprentice detective who helped his uncle run a detective business. The bulk of their cases were small jobs that mainly involved investigating cheating couples. So you're on Cheaters? You're like that show where like you go around in like a secret RV and spy on couples? Okay, I can imagine that. Hello, I'm Suichi Saihara, host of Cheaters. On this episode, we look over a couple in their mid-20s, just married. Anyway, however, there was one occasion where Suichi actually solved a murder before the police did. That's what got him famous. For this, he was recognized as the ultimate detective. Well, way to go, police. Yeah, I forgot about the true ultimate detective. But Suichi believes for this case... sorry, I misread that. But Suichi believes the case was solved by coincidence and luck, and that he does not deserve the honor of an ultimate. Let me read that again. But Suichi believes the case was solved by coincidence and luck, and that he does not deserve the honor of an ultimate title. I read that correctly that time. Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't believe, at least in the beginning of the game, he didn't believe in himself. But now he does. He's gonna, take down the mastermind and save us all. At least that's what a hero would do. Suichi's insecurities tend to make him rather timid, as demonstrated by his penchant for pulling his hat over his eyes. Well, he got rid of the hat. However, in situations where his keen intuition is needed, he is quick to act when called upon. This is correct. He does act when he's needed. Will he act now, though? If he is the mastermind, will he act in our favor? I mean, then again, you can think like the mastermind wants to lose. And that's not the only thing we have to find. To truly end this killing game, we must find this mastermind of despair. And also find hope. I agree. It's two sides of the same coin, hope and despair. Shout out to that intro from like the anime. Hope? Our home. Where we're going to live after this killing game. Home, hope, same thing. I know there is hope out there. We have to find it before we leave. This isn't some fictional story, so I don't think things will work out that well. But if we look for it, we just might find it. If we don't try, we'll never find anything. So we have to try. Since Keebo is distracting the Exisals, we won't have to worry about violating school rules. There must be other rooms that we haven't investigated yet. See, since I'm not sure we're going to look at Keebo, I'm going to use this opportunity, since we're talking about him, to bring him up. Let's pull him up. Let's pull up Keebo. And he's the last one among us. Keebo, let's read his little profile. K1B0 or O. I never was quite sure. Is that an O or a 0? I'm gonna go with an O. Correct me in the comments below. K1BO or Keebo, as he is known colloquially. I'm gonna say it like that. Colloquially. Is a robot equipped with recording functions and a hyper-advanced artificial intelligence, allowing him to learn and mature like any other teenage human. Okay, he has human learning capacities, we know this. When you knock off his antenna, he becomes a badass. Crazy. Raised by his creator, Professor Itabashi, Keebo was allowed to enroll in high school He was later recognized as an ultimate due to his robotic nature. Okay, who is Professor Itabashi? Is he the mastermind? Why not? Would make sense. I don't think Keebo is the mastermind. I can come up with a couple of reasons. Let's continue. Keebo has a very earnest personality and conducts himself in a proper manner. Yeah, okay. However, he is very sensitive about the issue of robophobia, prejudice towards robots. He still is. Alright, Keebo. Alright. And will not hesitate to call out any and all instances of anti-robot discrimination. Because he's a robot, he has a tendency to overlook the subtle nuances of human interaction and often makes innocent comments that land him in hot water. That has happened a couple of times. Read the mood, Keebo. Read the mood. Tokichi, RIP, in particular enjoys teasing him over this quirk. The ultimate robot, and his quirk. Keebo, quirk, robot. He can do everything a robot can. Batteries not included, and don't put him near water. Okay. So, one reason I can think of that Keebo is the one who betrayed us all, the Judas among us, is once you knock off that antenna, I think anything's fair game. I think maybe you can reprogram Keebo to do whatever you want. He wants, you want, whatever. So yeah, I think maybe this is an opportunity to reprogram Keebo to become the mastermind. Kind of that in that thought process where, okay, the mastermind isn't going to be the mastermind until this final moment. Second reason, Professor Itabashi is controlling Keebo puppetry, right? This is all one big experiment. One big science experiment. Speaking of science, Dr. Stone, great anime. But anyway, back on track. Keebo, why was he made? We don't know. Oh my god, I'm asking the really deep questions here. Why was Keebo made? Maybe for this purpose. For the evil, sinister purpose of holding a killing game. There you go. I mean, those are my two reasons. He's either reprogrammed as we speak, or B, he was programmed to run this killing game. He just doesn't know it yet. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Keebo will be like my second least likely, next to Himiko. Let me try to think a little harder. Oh, I mean, this could be a whole Terminator, the machines rise up against the humans possibility. And back to my whole like Robo Junko with the Monokuma core, Keebo might be a part of that Robo initiative. What if we're all being turned into robots? Yeah, that'd be something, right? We're all gonna be turned into robots, and Keebo, he's the robot among us. Anyway. Did I read this? I'm gonna read it again. Yeah, let's read it. There must be other rooms that we haven't investigated yet.
Yosh!
You're right. There's no point complaining. Let's all do what we can. Let's all just do what we can. I read that. Oh wow. If we all work together, everything will be alright. Right? Yeah, it shouldn't be difficult. No matter how impossible it seems, we'll accomplish it. Yeah, accomplish it, girl. We got this. Maki. Yes, that's right.
Yosh!
We need to find the hope and despair hidden in this academy. When all is revealed, the killing game will end. Alright.
네.
Then let's split up and start searching.
어?
Yeah, we're gonna split up, but we're just in such a united mood. But we were just in such a united mood.
でも
Well, we don't have enough time left to all go together, unfortunately.
そうだね
Right, we'll see each other soon. Soon.
よし
Alright, I should go too. We need to end this killing game before dawn.
うわー
Well, ain't that luck?
あれ
What? A hole? Now it is time to test your bonds with your friends. Anonymous voice from the sky. The time to dawn, and your bond with your friends will be displayed. If your bond increases, you can move large debris. Don't worry about it. We explained it. So work hard to end this killing game before dawn breaks. Oh my god, okay, cool. Oh, okay. There's a staircase. Why is there a staircase here? Was this staircase supposed to be unlocked by a mysterious item? No. There must be clues here I have to investigate. Yeah, definitely not. Ooh, look how nice this thing is. This is neat. Okay. Oh, it's up ahead. I should be running, right? Oh, look at this! It's broken, but from this door, this must be an ultimate lab. It isn't open, but there's only one ultimate lab left. It's Kokichi's, the ultimate supreme leader's lab. This door isn't supposed to open. Per the rules, if a student dies before their ultimate research lab is open, then that lab will remain closed. But Keebo's explosives broke the door. I should be able to get inside. I have to go inside. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So, this is Kokichi's lab. It certainly does have that evil organization feel. But there's nothing that would identify the remnants of despair. Let's show him that the students of Hope's Peak Academy will never submit to despair. Hope? Despair? At that time, Kaito was in the Existal. But it didn't seem like he knew anything about the remnants of despair. Kokichi and Kaito weren't there when we used that flashback light. But even without that memory, the truth is still the same. If this lab was made for Kokichi, there should be some link to the remnants. Perhaps it's hidden somewhere. I should investigate thoroughly. Okay, that chair. The chair. This is Kokichi's chair. Definitely something a supreme leader would sit in. But something feels off. It's all too cliche. It feels as if this entire room is just an elaborate prank. This must be the emblem of the organization that Kokichi leads. Dice. But do the remnants of despair put up emblems? A toy helicopter? Is this Kokichi's? A supercar! Gee Whittaker's Batman! It's the Batmobile! Is this the kind of thing that members of this evil organization drive around? What would an evil organization really want to drive around in such flashy cars? This is more like a child's idea of what an evil organization would have. Showcase. There are matching shoes and suits of many colors here. If this is the Ultimate Supreme Leader's lab, are these uniforms for the other members of the organization? There are some unsettling objects here. Gas masks, handcuffs. There are also wigs and glasses for disguises, I imagine, but they seem comical, like from a 60s movie or cartoon or TV show. This doesn't seem like something the remnants of despair would use. The computer is always in the computer. Oh, wait a minute. I can't touch the computer? A large table, one I imagine is used for strategy meetings. There's nothing of any particular interest on top of the table. Good lordy lordy. What are we trying to find here? Controller. Did I just move that? It looks like the controller is over here. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we weren't bluffing. The monitor? I don't have time to be staring at a blank screen. While Keebo is keeping Monokuma and the Motor Cubs busy, I have to find the truth. Okay. What have I missed? The center? I read this. What am I missing? A book. There's a collection of files here. found like a book. The complete history of Hope's Peak Academy. I picked up the book and began rapidly flipping through the pages. And inside, information on Hope's Peak Academy, Future Foundation, and the Remnants of Despair. This is a history of the battle between Hope and Despair. But we've already remembered all of this. We know this information. I don't suppose it make for a particularly useful clue. I don't suppose. Come on, think a little harder, Suichi. If Kokichi had this before the game started, then... No, something's not right. Something is off. Because the things written in this book... Do you really have time to read a book? Ah, Maki! I flinched in surprise as Maki peeked at the thick book in my hands.
Huh?
The complete history of Hope's Peak Academy? Man, this book is dummy thick. What's the point of reading this now? You already remembered Hope's Peak Academy with the flashback light, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought that as well. Ah, Maki, this is perfect timing. Will you come with me?
Eh?
For what?
いいかな?
I need you to tell me everything you remember about the history of Hope's Peak Academy.
なんで?
Huh? But why?
それは...
I need to check something important. Important, eh? I don't really understand, but I just need to talk about it, right? She gave me a big, almost theatrical sigh, then started speaking in a bored narration.
全てのきっかけはあの事件。希望が峰学園から始まった人類史上最大最悪の絶望的事件。人類にとって絶望というべきその事件によって世界は滅びるところまで追い込まれた。そんな人類史上最大最悪の絶望的事件を起こしたのはたった一人の女子高生だった。超高校級の絶望、江ノ島純子。彼女は人類絶望化計画のクライマックスに世界を絶望に叩き落とすため希望が峰学園78期生による殺し合いを企んだ。そして超高校級の絶望によって閉じ込められた78期生はそこで殺し合いを強要された。
All these characters, man. Some dead, some alive, hopefully.
でもその殺し合いの末に倒れたのは全ての黒幕である江ノ島純子の方だった。彼女が死んだことによって事件は収束し世界は復興に向けて動き出した。それでも江ノ島純子の意志を継ぐ絶望の残党は世界各地で絶望を振りまき続けた。それに対抗すべく結成された未来機関も立ち向かい続けたけど ある時その戦いは突然の終焉を迎えた。
例の隕石群の衝突だね。そこは飛ばしていいから。
The meteorites, right? You can skip that part.
いいかな。
Do you remember anything about the new Hope's Peak Academy? As for Hope's Peak Academy,
未来機関の元メンバーが再建した希望が峰学園はそれまでと同じように才能あふれる生徒を募集して超高校級の才能を集めたってことくらいしか。
okay. So Makoto and, other survivors from the first game, and maybe even the second game if you want to count Hajime, and them from the island, lived, and, the Future Foundation created the new one. The new Hope's Peak. What happened to this new one? This doesn't make sense. No, that doesn't make sense, because what Maki just told me is exactly what I remember. Then, what is written in this book? Are these just lies? Or are they... Ah! I turned to one of the pages, almost without thinking. Almost.
どうしたの?
What's wrong? Ah, it's just the afterword written on the last page. It says that these documents were collected by several esteemed researchers. This is the most thorough, accurate book written on the subject. Well, it says it's a complete history. So what's the problem? The problem is, if this is true, we can't ignore these inconsistencies. I should investigate more. In order to investigate this, I need to know more about Kokichi. I found this in his lab after all.
あのさ、
Maki, I think I'm going to go to Kokichi's room now.
Huh?
Why Kokichi's room?
僕は
I have to verify something. I have to determine which things he said were the truth and which were lies. Including if he really was a remnant of despair.
どういうつもり?
Huh? There's no doubt that he was a remnant of despair, because in that memory...
わかった.
Well, whatever. If that's what you want to do, then I won't stop you.
ありがとう。
Thank you. I never would have imagined this. That Kokichi's lie might be the breakthrough we need to find the truth. Ah! My head. I think that was my head. Arg. Ugh. What is this? What's happening? Alright guys, we're gonna figure out what this means next time. I'm gonna just go to the save screen because I am confused. Why is Suichi talking to that weird Makoto kid that we met in the beginning of this chapter? Alright, so yeah, I am gonna save. Thank you guys for watching, man. And come back for more. We're gonna solve these mysteries about why and this is going on and all the jazz that leads to Suichi meeting this kid next time. Until then, take care. Keep enjoying the rest of your day or night. And as always, I'm signing off with one message. Peace.
We get it poppin' cause we fresh to death. Half a meal on this grill and I'm all in, yes. Let the skills pay the bills. I'm out for mini skirts, big checks and cheap thrills. Fresh to death. We get it poppin' cause we fresh to death. Half a meal on this grill and I'm all in, yes. Let the skills pay the bills. I'm out for mini skirts, big checks.